Hey foodies, today we checked out Arby's in Nappanee, Indiana. We'd been hearing a lot about the steak bites, so we wanted to see if they lived up to the hype. There was a very short line, so we weren't expecting much of a wait, but we ultimately waited about 3.5 minutes for service without being greeted. Initially, we thought that the person at the counter was waiting for someone else to come up and take our order. He walked up to the counter several times and even at one point changed the trash. While we were waiting, there was a DoorDasher waiting on an order. He told her that it was currently being made, but I heard the woman in the back say that she had been too busy and overwhelmed to think about DoorDash orders. Once our order was taken, we ordered the new steak bite bowl and the new steak bite sandwich. The poor DoorDasher was still waiting for her food. We proceeded to the drink counter where we found the area to be pretty messy and the sauces were all completely empty. Proceeding to the dining room, we found most of the tables quite messy as well. We chose a booth in the corner that didn't seem too bad, but I did have to take a napkin and wipe off the table and the seat. I then proceeded back to the corner to wait for our food. Here you can see the DoorDasher was still waiting for her order. After about 2.5 minutes of waiting, I received our food and headed back to the table. Once I got back to the table, it became immediately obvious that they had forgotten to put the onions on the bowl. I took it back to the counter and they quickly fixed it. The sticker on the lid says caution extremely hot, but it was not hot. It was barely warm. The steak tasted suspiciously like their brisket, but the combination of mac and cheese, fried onions, and steak or brisket actually tasted pretty good. Next, it was time to move on to the sandwich. We thought at first that they had forgotten the pickles, but they were just hiding. The sandwich tasted pretty good. My husband didn't like the meat at all, so he just ate the mac and cheese with a little extra salt and pepper. There was way too much mayonnaise on the sandwich. I couldn't really taste the cheese. The cleanest part of the entire restaurant was the bathroom, but the paper towel dispenser didn't work. Overall, we gave the entire experience 2.72 out of 5 stars.